Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to Changing the Lost Vanity. Vanity is a first edition Chronicles of Darkness game set in southern Florida during the year 1993. Follow Katrina, played by Tillman, Raymond, played by Chris, Isabel, played by Andrew, Frank, played by Slavic, and Adam as the storyteller, as they uncover the mysteries of the true Fae and forge new paths for themselves in a world of beauty and madness. Follow us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM for channel updates, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
So Norma is she's just sitting in silence, just like she's upset now, and she's just like, you probably don't think very highly of me as a leader right now, and I understand that.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to make you all uncomfortable.
No, it just hurts me because, it's a situation that I feel totally powerless in, because they're always going to be pushing the stuff, and people like her and people like Charlie are always just going to be there to take it. And I just wish it wasn't I just wish that presence didn't exist here, but it's something that the Miami folks are doing, and that kind of pushed its way to the winter on our side of things, and yeah, they're involved in it, just the drug trade a little bit, they dabble in it, and
so Miami did it first.
Yeah, they did. I mean, yeah, they did everything first. We're the ugly redheaded stepchild of Miami. Unfortunately, we're not the size of them. We're not, and I like to think that we run things so much better than them. And truly, in my heart, I believe that, and I need you to believe that too. But things are not perfect, and I don't know if they ever will be. And there's some very ugly sides to this. And I suppose I wouldn't be a good leader to you if I wasn't honest about that. And I'm sorry to spring this on you now. I really am.
No,
maybe this would alleviate some of your concern to just know that I know, and I hate it too.
That's good. That's a start, and you're in a good position. I mean, I understand you feel powerless right now, but maybe we can keep at it and make things better.
That's the spirit, Katrina. That's the spirit. We can change things here eventually. Of course, we can. There's so much to be done. There's so much that can be done, and I just need people like you and people like Raymond to stick it together and to hang in there for me, And I hope you can find it within yourself to still associate with Raymond. He's a good man. He's a good man.
Well, I'm gonna meet him tonight. I just hope the others are coming too. I don't want to see him alone.
Well, I have the keys to this place, and I'm 100% certain nobody's going to be stopping by. So if you need this space for anything at all this weekend, you guys are welcome to it for whatever you need. If you just need a place to conduct whatever you have to do, I'm gonna open this up to you. Any other resources that I could offer you guys to see this whole thing through, it's at your disposal. You just tell me what you need, and I'll make it happen. I promise. I just want to see Charlie better. I want to know the truth behind what the fuck he saw, and I just want to, deal with this in a way that's not gonna send a shockwave through the freehold and ignite the fear of them, because frankly, I don't think we should be doing that unless we are fairly certain that is the truth. And until we know for sure, I greatly insist that we keep this between us. Are you okay with that?
Okay. I don't want to spread any rumors. That's all good with me. and relax. I mean, I appreciate your help, but I don't think we'll need the library anytime soon.
Okay, no problem. And you see her, she's trying to compose herself again, just trying to brush off that disappointment and sadness and stuff, and just try to be composed again. And she's gonna she's gonna just return to her sorting and her busy work that she was kind of doing, and it's in a way you almost see like she kind of just shut down a little bit, and she's just going back into this mindless routine of work to just like not,
Norma, can I use the phone in the office really quick?
Of course, sweetheart.
So I'm gonna dig through my purse or pockets for Raymond's card
And
call him up.
Raymond, really quick, would your card have your personal number as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so
why not?
yeah, you see the card, Raymond Zeller, Dr. Raymond Zeller. It's got the phone number for the office as well as the personal phone number underneath.
Yeah, I'm dialing in that one.
Cut to Raymond. You are hearing the phone ring at your house. You've been up for like maybe an hour by now. You've made yourself your cup of coffee. You've let Charlie just rest. Let him get all the sleep that he can, of course, because he's already just in the grips of just terrible, terrible, violent withdrawals already. Yeah, your phone's ringing.
Yeah, I kind of try to answer quick with like flashback memories of when my daughter was a baby and she would be sleeping and, the phone would ring and we try to answer before she woke up. Zeller residence.
Hi, this is Katrina. I'm calling from the library.
Oh, hey, how's it going, Katrina?
I'm all right. I think I need to apologize. I kind of ran off yesterday.
It's trying times for all of us, so there's no need to apologize.
All right, always with the eloquence. So you wanted me to come by, and I think you want the others to come by. And I was talking with Norma again, and I think she's right. We should try to find out if Charlie actually said the truth yesterday.
Yeah, and I think it would be smart if you go and you were to go speak to Isabel on our behalf. I think you have more of a better demeanor to deal with the public-facing aspect of this issue than I do. I don't think Isabel is too pleased with me either. And we're really in dire situation where we're going to need her assistance for what Norma recommended when it came to looking to Charlie's dreams.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that, but the thing is, I don't know how to contact her.
Damn. I don't think I got her number, but I can call Manny. I can get her number. And how about this? Give me about 15 minutes, and I'll call you back at the library, and I'll give you her number.
Okay.
All right. Give me a second. And I hang up. And then I pick up the phone, and I dial Manny's number. Or a number I know that I can reach Manny at or something to that extent.
Yeah, you have Manny's number. So yeah, his phone rings a couple times, and he picks it up. Hello?
Hey, Manny. This is Raymond. How's it going?
Hey, Ray. What's up? Hey, did you find anything out yet?
We're in the process of that, but in all the commotion last night, I forgot to get Isabel's number, and I was wondering if I could get that number from you.
Yeah. All right. And just give me a second to get my address book out.
All right.
And you hear
Definitely.
him shuffling around for a little bit, and then he reads off a number to you.
I write down the number and I smile while I'm on the phone to get you know what I mean? The fake happiness, out of my voice. And I'm like, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, but I'm in the middle of something right now. I'll make sure to give you a call back when we find something out. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And
Cool. I hang up. I take a second, take a sip of my coffee, look in the living room at Charlie asleep, take a deep breath, pick up the phone, dial the library back again.
Katrina, the library phone is ringing, and Norma goes ahead and answers it instinctively. And then she just is kind of like, hey, Raymond, it's me, Norma. I got Katrina here right now. I'll hand you off to her in just a second. I just wanted to check in. How's Charlie doing?
He's doing as well as can be expected, Norma.
Okay.
But we'll get him there. I think he's in it for I think he's serious this time.
Did he promise on it?
Yes. The young man and I seem to have a bond right now.
She has no more words, and she's just like, okay, Ray, I'm handing you over to Katrina. And she just hands the phone to you, Katrina.
So I got her number.
Hey. Perfect. Real quick, let me get something to write it down.
And if you do get in contact her and everything, set up a time for this afternoon for her to stop by. But I would really like to speak to you in person if that'd be okay before she shows up. I think you and I may have gotten off on the wrong foot when it came to this this ordeal we're facing. But I think that this is systemic. This issue right now that I'm dealing with, Charlie, is systemic of a larger issue. You mentioned yesterday about Melissa and your concern for her, right?
Yes, about that. Yes, we should talk about that.
Yeah, I think once this is all said and done, helping out her, once we get to the bottom of our current issue, something that we should address. But yes, definitely. How about you stop by here like an hour? Let's say see if you can get Isabel here by 3 this afternoon. What time is it right now? Storyteller, would you say?
I would say it's about 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I would like to let Charlie sleep for a couple more hours. He kind of had a rough night. So if you could have her come by at 4, if you can, and then you can come by here like at 2:33. I'll make a late lunch, early breakfast, or early dinner for you.
Sounds good. Can you pick me up? I'm kind of stuck with public transport.
You see Norma just kind of leans in and she's just like, I'll give you a ride, sweetheart.
All right, perfect. I got a ride with Norma. All good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot one thing. That gentleman, that Frank, make sure, can you get her to bring Frank with, please? I'd like to have a talk with him also.
Well, okay, I'll try to get the group together.
Matter of fact, how about this? I might make you wait an hour for dinner, but I'll cook dinner for everyone, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds fair.
Okay. But please come early. I'd like to have a talk with you. But I got to check on Charlie here, and have a good rest of your afternoon, and give me a call. Let me know if you're able to work it out. I got to go though.
I will. Okay.
I hang up the phone for a second. I hang up the phone for a second, like I am like stirring the coffee with my spoon, and I just like I'm clenching
Evil
the
laugh.
spoon. Yeah, no, not evil, but like I'm clenching like this spoon just with the frustration of this whole situation. You know what I mean? Of having to I don't want to call it a facade. You know what I mean? I generally want them to have dinner, but like having to like smile when I'm on the phone with like Manny, and just like, just feeling like that I don't feel like people are responding the same way as and I feel like kind of a fool for feeling the way I feel, but still feeling that way, So, all right, I just want to come that across, you know what I mean?
Frank, you wake up at the park on your blanket. Seems like you dozed off for an hour or two, and there's some kids that are kind of poking you with a stick and running away. So yeah, you come to, and Fluffy is kind of curled up beside you, just very well behaved, just being your best bud. You realize you've been at the park for a couple hours now, and it's probably time to bring Fluffy back.
Time to go home, Fluffy.
And
Who's a good boy?
The two little kids that they see as you wake up, they just laugh and run off, and they're just like, he's awake. They're just like, they were playing let's poke the big man with a stick. You make it back to the apartment. So everybody is at home. Katrina, did you want to make any calls?
Yes, I think I'm gonna call Isabella first.
Isabel, the phone rings.
Would it be my landline or her Nokia brick of a phone?
What would you say is the most common way that people in the freehold would reach you?
I give the landline number to people I want to avoid.
Right,
I
okay.
don't really answer it too much. So if it's my cell.
So the number that Emmanuel probably had would be your cell, the direct line to you.
Yeah.
So I'm calling the number.
She'll kind of look at the, see if she recognizes the number. Probably doesn't answer. Hello?
Hi. Is this Isabella?
Hi.
I'm Katrina from last night.
Oh, from last night. Okay. What can I do for you, Katrina?
So, I'm going to be frank, and it sounds weird. I am on task of Raymond to call you because he believes that I have more of an ability to get you to meet us than he does.
He's such a puta. All right. He couldn't call himself? He had to get you to do it? He's too scared?
Well, maybe.
It's okay. What exactly does he want?
He wants us to come to his place for dinner at 4:00.
Oh, I guess this is about the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I spoke to Norma again, and she believes that we should try to read his dreams. I've never done that, but maybe we can get the hang of it.
I'm pretty gifted with that. It's one of the ways that I've used to get glamour.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, she wants to go in his dreams. Why?
To find out if he truly saw one of the true Fae. And maybe we can find out how it looks like exactly.
Oh, okay. That sounds terrifying.
Yes.
She'll kind of let out like a string of like Spanish that you don't understand at all, and be like, "Okay, fine. I don't like any of this at all, but I said I'd help, so
No,
I'm gonna
me
help."
neither. But look, we need to find out.
No, I understand. I get it.
Mm.
It doesn't mean I want to, but I'll help.
Yeah. All right. So you'll be there?
Where does he live?
I think I should know, right? Like, out of character.
Yeah, you know.
So I'll pass her the address.
Okay. All right. I'll be there. Thank you.
All right, perfect. See you later.
She'll hang up.
One last thing before you hang up. I'm gonna call out like, I'm not his personal assistant, okay? Just so we're clear.
She won't respond to it, just kind of smiles to herself as she listens and then hangs up.
Okay.
I was not implying that you're his personal assistant. It was more like, he's a little bitch. He was too scared to call me himself, so he got someone that I liked better.
Yeah, but Katrina wanted to make sure she's off to a good start. So I'm gonna call Frank next, I think. Do I have his number? I don't know.
We'll just say you do. We'll say that you got both numbers. So Frank, you're back at the house. You're like sitting on the couch like halfway. The amount of the seat that will like take you, you know, and the other half of you just kind of like pushed off. You have your feet reclining on this like end table, and Fluffy, of course, by your side. You guys are watching some daytime TV, some Jerry Springer or similar such show. Basically just relaxing. And the phone rings.
What's it now, Fluffy? So yeah, Frank reluctantly goes and picks it up. Hello? This is Frank.
Hey Frank, this is Katrina from last night.
Hi Katrina.
How are you doing, Frank?
Oh, it's okay. Just had a nice morning with Fluffy, just at the park. No.
You know, Raymond invited us all for dinner later today to his place at 4:00.
Oh, okay. Where does Raymond live again?
It's 12 Bryan Street.
Oh.
Do you know how to get there?
Yeah. Manny taught me how to use a map. I'll find it.
Perfect.
Anything you guys are going to do before you all gather up at Raymond's place?
I'm going to start I picture like Raymond in his kitchen. He has like one of those freezers, you know what I mean, where you put extra food that you normally can't fit into your freezer, and I can always like picture him like sometimes enjoying cooking, like he's not like a master cook, but like it like keeping him focused on something else other than his thoughts and shit. So like
I could see that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So like he's like probably like pulling out like some steaks and a couple of steaks and some chicken, you know what I mean? And he's like starting to like marinate it or starting to put rub on it, you know what I mean, and throw it in the fridge. And I could picture him too having like this charcoal grill maybe that's like on the side of his beach house, and he might like grill there sometimes, you know what I mean, and maybe even has like a picnic table on the side of his house, like an old fucking ran down weathered picnic table, you know, that he barely gets to use, but like maybe can use it, you know what I mean, and faces the ocean. And you know, he just has like a little pep in his step while Charlie's like asleep, thinking maybe when he wakes up he might be a little hungry or whatever, hoping though for the life of him that Charlie like sleeps at least past to when he can talk to everyone, you know what I mean, and then you know what I'm saying, and then from there, you know, but it's like I said, it's reminded when he was a father and you're hoping your baby just sleeps, you know what I mean, through something important so you can do it. So, you know, but he's being quiet in the kitchen and he's just kind of like once in a while checking in on Charlie, and maybe might even make a little drink, you know what I mean, while he's drinking. And I would say by the time like maybe Katrina shows up, he's probably sitting with this, you know, the screen door between him and his living room so he can hear if Charlie wakes up, sitting on the rocking chair having a drink while looking at the beach. And you know, he'll like wait to grill until she gets there, you know what I mean, so he could talk to her before everyone shows up.
And Charlie is still out right now. Every now and then he'll kind of like poke his head up confused, but he's just totally in the grips of just like pain and withdrawal right now. So he'll just bury his head again once he gets his bearings, and he's just committed to just resting right now. He hasn't gotten up to be sick or anything like that. And like for, since it happened earlier in the night. And he's kind of, he seems somewhat stable right now. Still looks totally sick. Still is very, very much in pain. You can tell, but he's able to continue sleeping until Katrina is going to go over. So Norma, like she said, Norma gives you a ride to Raymond's house. And Norma's car is this brown station wagon with the like wood paneling and stuff like that. And it's not a very nice car by any means. It's clean on the inside though. She does her best to take care of it. It's like her old faithful. And yeah, that's the way she gets around town. And like a lot of people like would recognize like, oh, that's Norma's station wagon and stuff like that. You guys are she's driving. You're in the passenger seat right now. She's still just like very like stressed. Like you see her just like she's like sighing every now and then, just like, oh boy, this is a lot to have on our plates right now, Katrina. I'm confident we'll see it through, but I have to say it's a little bit unnerving. And she's tapping the wheel as she drives. Somebody cuts her off a little bit, and you see her like honk on the horn like really hard, and just like a little bit of aggression kind of just comes out. She's just like, "Come on!" and just like yells at this car in front of her, and she's just like, "Oh, I don't know what's gotten into me." And like so, before long, you guys make it to Raymond's beach house. Norma says, "I'm not going to stay long, but I would just like to pop in with you and say hello to Raymond. Is that okay? Or would
Yes,
I be
of
intruding?"
course. No, I don't think so. By the way, Katrina would have probably changed into something nicer.
Okay.
Just because it would give her confidence in talking
Yeah.
to Raymond.
Cool. Yeah, we can say that that Norma like was cool to stop by your house and stuff like that. Like I said, you don't live too far from the library. It was just like a bus with like 2 stops, so it's like a 10-minute drive or so. So yeah, she had no problem to just let you swing by the place and get changed up. You guys are outside of Raymond's right now, having just exited the vehicle. Katrina, can you describe what you're looking like right now, like what you just changed into?
Not just jeans and t-shirts. So she dressed up adequately for what she assumed was like a nice dinner.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So it's not like she's not like in a fancy dress, but a bit dressed up, definitely.
Raymond is wearing like khaki shorts and flip flops and a white polo shirt, so he didn't get too. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like beach casual, but hey, he's not complaining. If
Yeah, it's a laid back gathering.
Yeah.
Just meeting for some food and to talk things over. Katrina,
So
I'm sure you're dressed in a very appropriate and very classy way.
when I hear the car out there or I see it coming up, you know what I mean, while I'm sitting on my porch, I'm just gonna kind of like get up and slowly walk down the steps and kind of like, I guess, meet them when they get out of the car and try to, not overtly, but kind of give the body language to Norma that like, hey, thanks, and just kind of like not.
Yeah, like not.
You know what I mean? You're not welcome. No, but I like Norma, but like my point is like, you know what I mean? You know what he's trying to do, so.
And she reads that, and she just waves to you and gives you like a very friendly smile, and then she's not walking like towards the house or anything. She's she's clearly was just dropping Katrina off, but she's just gonna like make some quick words as you're as she's at the door of the car and like you're where I'm assuming like with your door open, like or the screen door open or something at the front.
I'm on my patio.
You're on the patio, okay.
Yeah, the porch, yeah, whatever you call it, yeah. And I'm just kind of walking down the steps towards the way. I imagine like on the left of my house, there's like a little driveway, pebble driveway, and like he's just the steps that get off the porch would be like where a car would pull up. His car's probably there, and there's probably a spot next to his that she can like park in, and he's just kind of like, you know what I mean, just waving as they come up.
So she'll wave up to you and just say like, "Hi, Raymond." She's not really going to small talk too much with you, just going to give you a greeting. And then she's going to, hey, Katrina, I'm around if you need a ride later. You know how to reach me. I'll let you guys get to it. And she's just going to get in the car and drive away.
And I make a motion to her, like, I'll call you later to, like,
Yeah.
Norma, even though she's like...
And she gives you a thumbs up, like message received.
All right, cool. So, I'm about to grill. I'm going to need an assistant. Follow me real quick. I just kind of, like, walk up the porch and kind of, like, open the screen door. And I would say, like, the living room is right there, but, like, there's a little entryway in the right to, like, where our kitchen area is at. And I kind of open a fridge and I pull out, like, containers that I have, like, you know, marinating chicken and, like, you know what I mean, a few steaks that are, like, have rub on them. I just kind of hand her the lighter one, which I would think is the steak, and I kind of walk back out and go down the steps and walk around the front of my porch to the side where there's like this beat up, you know what I mean, grill, you know what I mean, that and I just kind of have like a table, or the picnic table's probably next to me, and I set my stuff down and I just start putting some charcoal in there while I start talking to her, you know. So you said that there was something you need to tell me in person?
Yes, and you said I should arrive early. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I did. I just don't lack I lack the patience sometimes to wait when someone tells me they have something to tell me. So I'm sorry if I'm abrupt about it. So
okay, so I gave a promise to Norma to not tell anyone really, but she also told me that she trusts you completely. So I guess I can relay this to you. You know, I was wondering how the Crow people could just go on and do drugs like that in our community. Well, Norma spilled the beans to me that our community is supporting this behavior. Specifically, there are some people in the Winter Court that are selling them these drugs.
There's a second where like Raymond is like put the charcoal in the grill, you know, and you like set the bag down right when you kind of like say that, and there's a second where like you probably see like his body tenses up for a second, and then he just like lashes out with his foot against the grill and just like kicks the grill over and is like, "What the fuck?" And he like, you see him like tense for a second, and I would say like even for like a moment you see like his I'm gonna fuck it up again, mean mask, which the real version of him, like just kind of like
a mean,
yeah, like the back of him you just see like, and I don't even know if you've ever seen his mean, but like you just kind of see like that, how I described it before, like in corporeal form, but you see like probably on the back of his neck there's like these like amber, like almost like I would imagine there's like a real smoky area and you see like little embers of fire, you know, popping up or whatever. You probably see that like start coming up, you know what I mean, but it's more like crimson red. And I sit there for a second, I just like take a couple deep breaths, and then slowly I like go and I like pick up get the grill back up, you know, because I didn't light it yet, and I go through the motions again, just like probably not say anything for like while I'm doing it. Then I like put some lighter fluid on there, and then I light it on fire, and I slowly like turn around, and you know I close the lid, waiting for it to heat up before throwing the chicken on there, and I grab my drink that I sat down on the table and take a sip of it, and I motion.
Yeah, Katrina would have jumped back against the wall.
And I motion towards like the opposite end of the table for you to sit, and I go sit down on the other. But I just kind of look out in the ocean for a second, collecting my thoughts, and I'm like, so you're telling me that there's people within our own court who are selling that poison that are having the type of effect that Charlie right now is fighting off? I didn't mishear you.
That is what Norma told me.
And this has been known?
I'm not sure who knows. She knows, and I believe some other high-ranking people do know. Like, she pointed at a manual knowing about this, and she also said that he's also against it, but that they are both seemingly powerless. That it has been going on and will probably go on.
And you can see like even though he's like, I guess you can tell his eyes are closed, but you see like those flecks are kind of like still going pretty rapidly. And he takes another drink, and he looks back at the ocean, looks back at you pretty intensely, and he's like, seems like a trend lately where I've been telling people this, and I'm going to tell you this again. Us ignoring such things as that is giving the monsters who we're constantly afraid of more power over us. Do you understand what I'm saying, Katrina?
Yes, I understand. Here's the thing.
Yes, go ahead.
Look, I believe that there's probably a side to this problem that says, well, we have to do this one bad thing, but through it we gain power. I believe that these drug traders are pretty fucking powerful.
We all have control who we deem powerful or not. I wanted you to come here early before I even knew you were going to drop this bomb on me, and thank you. Before I even continue, thank you for having the trust in me to tell me that, okay? I am not blind, nor am I unempathetic. And I could tell last night by your reaction when we were talking about the kidnappings that you were uncomfortable with what I had to say. But Katrina, I also know, though, that we both want the same end result. We want to see people in our court taken care of. We want to stop ignoring those that in our kind that need help. But in the end, the reason why, though, that we should want those two things is so that none of us are taken advantage of again and have to go through the hell that we all went through. You see how I reacted there, and you see how I may have reacted with Charlie. But do you also see what I'm doing now with him? And do you see now what I'm doing with you?
Yes.
I do this. I
believe you have the best of intentions, but
do you know why I have such
I think you need to keep your calm. We need to go about this carefully.
You may be right, but do you know why Manny trusts me so much?
No, frankly, I know very little about him.
What I'm about to tell you, only two people know, Norma and Manny. When I first came back and I was accepted here, I was able to discover that there was one of our kind who was betraying our kind to those monsters that took us. While others discussed and debated and decided what tactics should be done, and I'm even concerned now looking back in retrospect that some may have known and decided not to do anything, I took action. More like my anger took action. And the moment that I was able to verify for certain that that piece of shit that was betraying our kind and our freehold was doing exactly what he was doing, I was enraged. And I went to where he lived, and I knocked on his door. And when he let me in, I destroyed him. I crushed his fucking skull with an ashtray that was in his own living room. And you want to know something? That quick action that I took, with that blood still on my hands, I was given the respect that I get now. And I didn't do it for respect. And frankly, sometimes I don't even want the respect. As you can tell, I'm unassuming. I don't want to be involved in court politics or anything to that extent. But there was a moment where I saw, both in Manny's and Norma's eyes, respect given, even though I was shook, even though I had snapped out of this anger, because they knew so many of us are so quick to put our heads in the sand. I'm not saying we should go kick down doors. I'm not saying anything like that. But you mentioned these people are powerful who give these drugs to our own kind, knowing it. They are just like the monsters who kidnapped us. They want you to fear them. They want you to be afraid of them so that you'll never take action against them. But the thing is, we can. If you can conquer that thought process in your own head there and realize, well, you may not be able to physically kick down doors, cause them harm, anything like that. We can change how things are done. The first step is him, that boy that's in there right now. And that's why I invited the other two over. But the more information we find out, Katrina, the more decisions we're going to have to make. Do you think something should be done about these people who give poison to our own kind?
Katrina is shocked and frozen in place a little bit.
Do you think so, Katrina?
Well, yes. Are you serious? Someone betrayed us to the true Fae? Yes.
And their blood is on my hands. I didn't calculate to go over there to take their life. I was enraged. I found myself being taken over by this anger that you've witnessed, and it scared me at first. And for a while, I was ashamed. But you know what? My anger is a gift. I keep it bottled up. I don't live for it. I don't let it take over my life. But I always know it's there if I need it. Katrina. And I kind of poke my finger on the picnic table. You know what I mean? Hard decisions are going to have to be made. I don't do this for pleasure. I don't do it for any kind of sick gratification. But we have to protect ourselves, Katrina. And we have to protect those that we care about. Your life is not the same life that you had before you were taken. I know you want to be, but it can't be anymore. You can give an homage. You can continue to do what you want to do with the dancing, and that's fine, and I respect that, and I think it's beautiful. But you have to live another life now, too. And last night, and what you have found out today, both from Norma and I, should be the catalyst for that. We won't talk about this anymore. You think about it. You can help me cook here. I'll get a bottle of wine. We're about to have company over. And I'm going to ask a favor of Isabel to look into that young man's dreams so we can get the answers we need. But we need to realize, and we know now that there's people who are known that this is going on with those scum selling that poison. They have done nothing about it. Are we going to do the same thing? Or are we going to be different? And are we going to set the example? You think about that. Do you prefer a red or white wine?
Mm-hmm. So you'll notice that the longer he talks, Katrina clenches and shakes a little bit and tries to not cry, but in the end she can't stop it, and she doesn't say anything because she knows that will just let it out, but when you ask, she just violently shakes her head doesn't matter and just sits there crying.
I get up and I kind of go sit next to her and I put an arm around her. She lets me. I don't want to you know what I mean?
Yeah, she doesn't really resist, but doesn't seem comforted either.
Yeah. Listen, you've just been exposed to a lot of things, but you're strong and you're caring, and I've seen that. And you remind me in many ways of my daughter, okay? I used to have a daughter, and you remind me a lot of ways about her. And there are some aspects of you that I hope one day I can emulate when this is all done. And maybe you can help me get that way. When we figure all this out, maybe you can help me work on some of the things that I need to work on, okay? And in return, I'll tough you up a little bit, and maybe we can get some positive things done here, okay?
She nods.
Now, white or red wine? I don't know what goes with the steak and chicken, so your call.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not much of a drinker yet.
And I get up and I just kind of laugh and I pat her on the shoulder and leave her there by herself with her thoughts while I head up inside to get something to drink.
Hello, folks. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded, one which wouldn't be drowned out by random posts and discussion, so that your media could get the attention you want? Well, we have the answer for you in a Facebook group we run called White Wolf RPGs Gameplay and Media. The group is specifically ran with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. We are currently over 1,000 members strong, and we are continuing to rapidly grow with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there. High Level Games, the industry's first choice in taking your games to the next level. We are a podcast blog and new media network at highlevelgames.ca. We have blog posts about all of your favorite games going up 5 days a week, and a podcasting network with actual plays and shows that discuss role-playing games, with more rolling out all the time. We are on iTunes, Twitch, and YouTube. Find out more information at highlevelgames.ca, a site that certainly isn't controlled by a shadowy board of directors of otherworldly origin. That's highlevelgames.ca.
Please, help. They're coming.
The Los Angeles metropolitan area is constantly growing and changing. The Central District is full of new buildings. The Hollywood and Wilshire districts, once far from downtown, now are part of a which spreads past Beverly Hills and out to the ocean. But why is all this going on in Los Angeles? Why is Los Angeles an exploding city?
Neon Masquerade.
The Demon's Mirror.
13 Candles.
3 Chronicles running through the undead veins of the City of Angels.
The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers Actual Play Podcast invites you to drink deeply.
Go to eorpodcast.com and search the Duets tag to find out more.
Hey, do you like World of Darkness? Do you want to introduce your friends to it? But there's one problem. Nobody reads books anymore. This presents you with a problem, doesn't it? You want to get your friends into these awesome games, but they don't have the time or wherewithal to read any of them. Well, that's where Brett the Hitman comes in. Brett the Hitman, your one-stop shop on YouTube for all things related to World of Darkness. Currently in the middle of his Werewolf the Apocalypse series, which is showing tremendous growth. It's going to the moon! That's right, watch Brett the Hitman and you will get style, flair, humor, and of course some dank meme magic. Fucking normies! Brett the Hitman on YouTube at youtube.com/I love other people's misery. So watch now! If only for the dank memes. Tune in today!
Hi guys, I wanted to let you know about my YouTube channel, the video journals of Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey is a character I play in a live-action vampire game called New England Nightmares, which uses the new By Night Studio rules for Mind's Eye Theatre. The Chronicle's set in the city of New Haven, Connecticut, and we run on the third Saturday of every month in Southington, Connecticut. Most of the credit for the stories told in my journals comes from the plots developed by the amazing storytellers who run my game. So the videos on my channel are basically an in-character video logs of the newly sired Ventrue Mike Bailey. They follow him from his days as a naive mortal, to his violent embrace during the Anarch Revolt in the City of London, and on to his arrival on the shores of New Haven. The journals show Mike trying to come to terms with his kindred nature, his powerful but impure blood, and his attempts to hide his past from other members of the court of Prince Lucius. So I put out updates every 2 weeks, and I love feedback and questions, so check out my channel, subscribe, and leave me a comment.